Okay, so yesterday up on Spill.com, they were showing a live feed video from E3 for the PlayStation 4 and Sony, wanting to talk about their brand new hardware and what they have planned and what they want to do with the PS4. So I thought I'd talk about that for a little bit. I will admit, some of what they said I liked, and there was a lot of other things I didn't like, along with a lot of people who didn't like. And more or less, there were a lot of people complaining about how they weren't showing off any games. They weren't, really showing any trailers for any games. They were showing trailers for stuff that was made for the PS4. But, then you had a lot of other people on the website saying, well, I found out that a lot of what they were showing, they weren't even playing on the PS4. They were playing on a PC. And eventually, well, you learn that you can't really trust, or, you shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet, but some of the time, it turns out to be true. But we'll just have to see. So, what did I like about what they were talking about and what they had planned for the PlayStation 4? Well, I like the fact that they are implementing an idea, or at least going to try something about how but whenever you're online on the PlayStation 4, that if you see a game that you like or that you have any interest in, and you want to check out a demo or play it, you can instantly. The minute you click on the game, you can launch it and go into it and play it. That sounds like a great idea. I do hope that they do still plan on doing demos for obviously a lot of their games, as opposed to, oh, well, you see this game, you have any interest in it? Well, you have to pay for it right now. What if I don't like it? Then that's going to be money I lost and money I'm not going to be able to get back. And a friend of mine today actually asked me if they still plan on going for the straight to download feature and trying to do away with discs. I don't know if they plan on doing that. I don't even know if they even talked about it during E3 or if they even brought it up. I would hope that they are not going to try to do that. And, well, if anything, there would be a backlash if they did try to do something like that. Another thing that I liked is that you can have more connection with a lot more of your friends via Facebook and such, and that you could even join into their games whenever they're playing online. I also like the added idea of just based on a lot of what you may play or particular genres of games that you may like or may play a lot, that the PlayStation and PlayStation Network is going to read into that a lot more, and then make recommendations just based off of your likes. Like, hey, you like this game, maybe you'll like this. Or, hey, we noticed that you've been playing a lot of this genre, maybe you'll like that. Granted, they already kind of do that, but I understand it's supposed to be a bit more spot on. So, but again, who knows? Then on to what I didn't like, and what a lot of people didn't like, is the idea of when you're playing a game and you get stuck, you can hit up a friend of yours who may be online or whatever, and say to them, hey man, I'm having a really hard time with this game. Via online, they can take over your controls and play the game for you. Why would you want somebody to do that? And what if your friend decides to be a dick and kill you? And how much control will they have over your game? Exactly. Like, will they be able to, will they be able to save your game? Will they be able to have full control over your character and do whatever they want? But why would you want to have that functionality? Why would you want that at all? I mean, I can understand, hitting up a friend of yours who's playing the same game and who's probably gotten past that, and they just give you some advice and they do it online, so you don't have to get off your game. I can understand that, but that just doesn't make any sense. And there were also some people who were pointing out that the system or this new system, this whole connectivity via friends and such, could be easily hacked and easily exploited. I don't know. Probably. But really, anything is still hackable. So there was that. I didn't like, and there were a lot of people complaining about the fact that PlayStation 4, with everything they were showing, they weren't showing any games. I mean, they showed one, and this didn't look like the right game to show off. It was called, I believe it was called Knack. And it looks cute. It looks interesting. But for everything that you're boasting about and talking about that you're going to try to do and hoping to do and talking about how powerful and how brand new the PlayStation 4 is going to be, that doesn't sound like the right thing to show off, is this kind of little kiddie game. You know, I mean, you should be showing off all of the future titles that you plan on bringing out. Like, hell, like show off a brand new adventure game, or a brand new shooter, or a brand new RPG, or hell, show off something that's meant to be big and grand and epic. You know, and they were, but they were just trailers. These were trailers that were just meant to show off the hardware for the PlayStation 4. These are not games. And they kept on hammering that in. So, and if anything, when the PlayStation 4 does come out, as I understand the new consoles will be coming out at the end of the year, we know it's going to be overly expensive. At least I won't be too surprised if when it does come out, it's going to be just ridiculous. It's going to be maybe a $600 system, or perhaps more. And you know that a lot of the launch titles are going to be shitty. They often are, and there's always the fact that when a brand new system comes out, it comes out glitchy and buggy. The games that come out for it all suck. There's maybe a couple of games that come out that are good, but it still really doesn't merit the price. So, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. In fact, I didn't even buy my PlayStation 3 until probably a year or two after it came out. And even then, I only wanted to buy it for Infamous and Uncharted, which wasn't a good enough reason to buy it, but I at least wanted to wait for the price to drop. So, I don't know. We'll see. And I thought it was funny, some of the people who were coming up and who were talking, when the people from Square Enix came up and started talking, and one of the people from Square Enix who came up to talk, one of the first things he mentions is that I'm one of the people behind the Final Fantasy series. And there was no applause. It was just dead silent. I don't know if he was wanting applause or just wanted to throw that out. But my first thought is, you know, the way the Final Fantasy series has been kind of received lately, it's really not anything to be proud of. I don't know. I mean, Square Enix, you know, they are able to make just incredible cinematics. They are beautiful, they're grand, they're colorful, but they need to change the way in which they are making their video games now, particularly their Final Fantasy games. And what is it I heard? That there's going to be a Final Fantasy 13 Part 3? And that they're going to re-release Final Fantasy 14? Well, hopefully they learn their lesson. And Capcom was there too. But again, they weren't showing off games. They were showing off trailers of this is what the PS4 will do. But again, everybody else was just complaining about, well, how about you show us a game? That way we can get an idea of what we're going to see for a game. But nothing. So, that was E3. That was the PlayStation 4. I do wonder if Spill or maybe I should say the loading bar will be talking about the Xbox 720, or if they already did that for E3 and it was just a lot of people wondering about the PlayStation 4. But we'll see.